Come on now, Annie. Come on.
I feel like ending it all.
Now don't be silly.
I do. Now that he's gone, what's left for me?
You've got all sorts.
Like what?
Your earrings are nice.
You know how I feel, don't you, Robin?
Sort of sad.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a cigarette now, Annie, actually. So which one of those are...
Well, mine cause heart attacks and strokes, so yours must damage the sperm and decrease fertility.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, I'll have one of them. Ta.
You just sit and smoke that, missus. Quietly.
Tell me, Sal, have you booked...
Sorry. Robin, you were going to say something fascinating then?
I was just going to ask, have you booked your summer holidays yet?
No, that's a good one. I haven't booked anything for summer yet, because I'm only just back from Canada, seeing my sister.
Right. And, did you enjoy that in Canada? Or was it a shithole?
No, it was lovely. All that snow. Proper winter wonderland, you know, like, what's that book where they're all behind the wardrobe?
Anne Frank.
Narnia. Like those Narnia books.
I know what you're trying to do. Bless you. But I can't get my mind off it.
You could try.
Gone. Just like that. Oh, I can't normally do that. 1 minute there, and the next minute, well, still there, but dead.
Come on, Annie, he was only a rabbit.
There was nothing only about Bright Eyes.
A rabbit?
Yeah.
A bunny rabbit?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were crying about Martin.
Why would Martin's retirement bother me?
Martin hasn't just retired. He's gone and died and all.
No, when?
Saturday.
What of? It wasn't the food at his party, was it?
Why are you asking me? I'm not Quincy.
Because I had a whole plate of those mini tartlets.
I think he just dropped dead.
Phew. Well, here's hoping, eh?
Hello, hello, hello. Ain't got time for a proper chat. It's roll it, light it, smoke it, stub it, out. I would ask what that's all about, but you know, time pressures, man. Time pressures! I told you why, but it's shop talk.
Yeah, Clint, you invented the no shop talk rule, so if you want to break it...
Right, the lift's up between the 3rd and 4th floor, yeah, you know the coup. Let us out! We're losing the will to live.
So you're having a fag?
It's my first one all morning. If I don't have one now, I'll have to wait till lunchtime.
Tell that to the people in the lift.
Oh, I have. I wouldn't want to get stuck in a lift. No way. I'd want out soon as. That's why I want to be cremated. I don't want people thinking, yeah, Clint's dead. Right, let's bung him in a coffin. But then I wake up in this tight space and I'm all like, whoa, let me out. And everyone's, we can't hear you, man, because there's all this soil and shit. And I'm trying to shout louder, but the air's running out and I'm all, I'm not dead yet. You get me? And then I am. What? Oh, gotcha, Martin. Yeah, it's well sad.
Won't catch me shedding any tears over him. Dirty old sod.
Sally?
Yeah, well, he was. Patting your ass every time you walk past.
Never patted mine.
I always liked Martin. He looked like Father Christmas.
I always thought you looked like a yak.
Nah, more like a walrus.
Perhaps he'll come back as a walrus. Or a yak. Probably not Father Christmas.
Reincarnated? Nah. If God's all powerful, why would he feel the need to recycle people?
I've been here before.
Yeah.
I have. I was taken back by this gypsy once, and she told me I'd been, what's her name? Big hair.
Dusty Springfield.
Famous husband, something to do with cakes.
Mrs. Kipling.
Marie Antoinette. That's why I'm so prone to neckache. Had my head chopped off.
I saw this video once, yeah? They was all dressed up like Marie Antoinette. Well, they wore the wigs. Let Them Eat Cock, it was called.
I wouldn't want to come back again. And if I had to, I'd expect considerably better next time round.
We're all just here to learn a lesson. And once it's sunk in, we move on to a higher plane.
Where do you pick up this crap?
On my mystic mug. A friend brought it back from Goa. It's covered in holy writings, and when you drain the dregs, you can see Vishnu giving you 4 thumbs up.
Oh, man, I am right there with you, yeah? Must hit you like a douche in the love spuds.
What?
Martin! You guys shared an office for years, and now he's...
Yes. Still, life goes on.
Soldier.
Can anyone name a famous Chinese person?
Chairman Mao?
Fu Manchu?
It's all one word. I think it might end in K.
Definitely a person. Not a wok.
Well, it just says chink. It's 5 letters.
Barry? It'll be crack.
Oh, yes.
You don't have to be brave with us, man. Life doesn't have to go on. If you want to cry, we won't take the piss. Call you a wuss. Big gal.
Clint, you are aware that the lift is broken?
Yeah, I am in charge of
Well,
maintenance.
the people trapped inside, you should do something about it. I can hear them in my office.
Yeah, I know, man. Help, help.
That's not all they're saying. They're using some pretty ripe language about you.
What? No one disses me. Laters.
Is an elephant a marsupial?
No.
It's all right, Barry. You don't have to tiptoe around me. I'm coping.
With what?
Martin's death.
Dirty old sod.
And my little rabbits.
Oh, rabbits.
No.
Most people are struggling to cope with one bereavement. I've had 2. But I'm strong, Barry. I'll get through this.
Right, that's it. Come on, Marie Antoinette, before someone chops your head off a second time.
Well, can't we stay for another?
I think 4 on the trot is pushing it, don't you?
Honestly, if you can't take the piss when you're surrounded by death, when can you?
Suppose I better go and show Willing.
You're not leaving.
Yep, back to it.
Can't you stay for another?
Ooh. Go on then.
Didn't want to be left alone with his picture. His eyes seem to follow you around the room.
Yeah. Although he hasn't got his glasses on. He was blind without them.
I suppose.
Will you be going to the funeral then?
No, I don't do funerals. I'm slightly phobic about coffins.
I thought you had a phobia about sausage dogs.
I do. And rubber toys. Helicopters.
Rubber ones.
Or any sort. Dartboards too. Alicia beacons. Gnomes. Being stabbed. Tartan. All shades. And developing new phobias, but mostly coffins.
Well, we're all going to end up in one.
Not necessarily.
No, there are these cardboard things now, aren't there? Cheap and cheerful.
And there's no guarantee that we'll die at all.
Immortality for you, is it?
Yeah, I'm looking into it. There've been some amazing scientific advances. Cryogenics, new surgical techniques. I might end up bionic. Yeah. I read a lot about it. When I was a little boy, I wanted to be a surgeon.
What went wrong?
Well, they don't let children perform operations.
I never thought I'd make it past 25. Thought I'd live fast, die young. But that's life. Never goes according to plan.
Come on, Len, let's get you sat down.
There he is, Lils.
Up on the wall. Fucking outrage. You callous bastard.
He's been like this all the way down here.
Cut off in his prime. Martin was one of the good guys. Clint Eastwood. In a beard. But fatter. Oh, you unfeeling, hard-hearted bastard.
You've got to stop calling God a bastard, Len. I can't see it's doing you any good.
You shit!
Look, come on, Len. Sit down, calm down, and have a nice fag. Oh, it is awful, though, isn't it? To see Martin at his party, laughing his head off, doing the time warp. So full of life. And now, so empty of it.
How cheaty would you feel? You spend your days slaving away for these fuckers, working your fingers to the bone, and when you finally get some time back to yourself, you go and drop dead in Asda's frozen food aisle.
Not even fresh.
He didn't die in Asda. That's where I shop.
The fatality rate must be pretty low though, Barry.
He was just leaning down to fetch a tub of cart door when the whole of his left side went stiff. Poor Pat thought they'd had the freezers up too high, but no. Fatal stroke.
It's the grief, Lils. I haven't felt like this since Diana died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Such a shock.
And to go so young.
Yeah. Just 36.
And those poor boys losing their mum.
Yeah.
Those little princes. I know people said she swanned around, just spending money and living it up with Elton John, but she did a lot good, you know. People with AIDS and one-legged kiddies, all that crowd.
I'm talking about my wife, Diana, not the Princess of fucking Wales.
God, Len, I am so sorry.
Penguins.
Barry, it'll be kangaroos.
Yeah, it fits.
Still, at least with Martin, it was sudden.
Too fucking sudden.
My Uncle Colin took 12 months to die. Every day you'd say, please may this suffering come to an end. But he just got steadily worse. No, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. We couldn't book holidays. If you went out gallivanting, people called you callous. It's a bloody nightmare.
I'm all for euthanasia once it gets to that stage.
Oh yeah, bump them off. I mean, you do it to an animal, why not to your relatives?
As long as that's what they said they want in advance.
Even if they haven't, slip them an injection. You know, they're none the wiser. It's a kindness.
Look at him smiling. No idea death was round the corner.
It wasn't. That photo was taken years ago.
I think Martin knew he was going to die.
We're all gonna die, Lils.
Not necessarily.
I think he had some form of premonition. Because at his retirement do, just after they gave him those golf clubs, he turned to me and he said, Lillian, I will never make use of those.
Yeah, he just really hated golf.
It is a very boring game.
You'd have just thought. I gave a £5 for those golf clubs. What a fucking waste.